crazy mother.
Oh my God, look at all of this frickin' mud and dirt just everywhere. You know what I hate is when all of that stuff gets on me. So one of the things I get so annoyed with is all of the mud and wetness that gets thrown up on you when you're riding. Part of that's just the reality of living up in the Pacific Northwest where clearly it's pretty wet. But there's a couple quick things that we can do to make it a little bit easier, or probably better said, a little less likely that you're going to get completely drenched with mud or rain when you're riding, and it's pretty easy to fix. I'm going to go through it real quickly with you guys right now. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get this bolt off right here, and so that's going to be the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take that off. So what we're trying to accomplish here is pretty simple. Basically what we want to do is we want to move the fender back behind this original mounting point, and we want to mount it back here. And if you notice on the fender itself there's a tab, and you can see the original mounted on the front. And what we want to do is simply move this back, mount it on the back side, and then move that tab back a little bit so that what we can get is we can get more coverage on the actual tire towards the back, and then you get less of this, and of course all over you. Every time I go riding I end up just a muddy mess, so hopefully this will make a big difference. Here's a quick shot of what the stock fender position looks like. You can see it goes about, you know, about where the E and the I are. But once we're finished and we've placed it in the new spot, it's going to be all the way down to the large letters, and so you probably get, okay, that's not working. Please stay. No, not going to stay. All right. So you probably get another almost 5 inches of coverage. So I think you're really going to like this. All right. So once you get that off, you're going to have this bolt and washer nut. You're not going to need that anymore. So toss that off to the side. Get yourself some sort of bolt and nut and washer set up. This was from Harbor Freight. Cost me about $5. We're going to use the 1 by 50 millimeter. It takes a number 10 metric wrench or socket, but it works really good. And this is about 2.25 inches long. You're going to need something about that long at least. And then you're going to need 4 big washers and about a half a dozen smaller washers, and then of course a nut. Alright, so the first thing we want to do, we want to get the bolt, and we're going to put a smaller washer on, like so, and then a larger washer. Your setup may be a little bit different, but what this is going to do is going to create a little bit of space and also catch the hole that this goes into. Then what we'll do is we'll insert this through the front, we'll come along the back side, we'll add a bunch of washers so that we can get this tab pushed backwards like I showed you earlier, and then we'll have a better fender setup. So let's take a quick look. So we're all finished now. Super easy. Again, all you got to do is replace the bolt, the original bolt, with a longer bolt. Use some washers, and you've just gotten yourself another 4 or 5 inches of coverage from the mud and the muck and the wetness and all that. So let's take a quick look. So we're all finished. I hope you try this with your RadRover. I think it'll make a big difference in, again, keeping all the elements off of you. So go out there and try it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh, this you crazy mother.